relationship advice, and Cupid was gonna give you relationship advice and all that, but I thought it would just be appropriate to one-on-one just give you it, rather than, like, I struggled, how do I do, like, a Cupid roleplay while also talking from personal experience as well. That kind of happened in my last video, which, if you haven't watched it, it is the 5 love languages, and I did say some, like, not personal, but, like, kind of personal things. Well, not really, but just what my love language was. But if this is a whole thing about relationship advice, then I have to be real with you and one-on-one. So I had my nails done, Cupid makeup, but I asked you what in a community post. Not too many people responded. There was like 2, but I do have. I asked my friends, and they all gave their, like, honest things of what they need to know, what they want to hear, things that they want help on. And there are 19 questions. So, are you ready? Now, listen. Before I get started, know this: every person, every situation, everyone is different. They have different ways of expressing love. They have different ways of thinking, receiving love. They have different beliefs of how love should be. They have different standards. Everyone is different. So this is from my personal experience, and let me tell you, through studying spirituality and kind of, like, I have a boyfriend, and he is my soulmate, and I know he's my soulmate. There's a inner knowing when you meet your soulmate. We've been together for 2 years and I don't know how many months. 2 years and 4 months. And this is everything I've learned along the way. I'm very passionate about relationships, and I observe them constantly. I study them. I read books that can help better relationships, and I'm very passionate. So, but everyone is different. So anyway, let's just get into it. So the first question, or actually I'm going to say 2 keywords. Number 1, these are my 2 main things that I'm going to go over multiple times in this. Number 1, communication, and number 2, respect. Communication and respect, keep those in mind. So, Patricia, you asked this question, and Patricia, by the way, I love you, and I love every single one of you. I just have to express that before I get into this. Express love, give, receive. Anyway, Patricia asked, in situations where you feel like you should communicate something, but you are afraid it will lead into a fight, what do you do? So, keyword communication. I am very, very passionate about communication, and the second question will kind of answer the number 1. She also asked, how has spirituality impacted your relationship? How does it impact relationships? So, spirituality, I'll get back to number 1 in one moment, but spirituality impacted me and my boyfriend's relationship in such a massive way. If we did not share this value of spirituality, I don't think we'd be a thing. We have one belief that we both share. The belief is that you are not your thoughts, okay? And this is actually a reality. Like, your thoughts are programs from your past. The thoughts that arise, they are not, although it may seem like you, in our ego, but we are actually separate from our thoughts. Let's say, so in the past, you maybe have had a bad relationship, or you had a bad example of what love is, or you don't really, you learned a lot of bad things about love and how you should be. You're gonna have thoughts arise. If you experience bad relationships, you're gonna have insecurities arise, and those thoughts are the program from the past of what you have experienced. Take this listen, because has a lot to do with the rest of this. Me and my boyfriend made this rule that I am allowed to communicate any insecurity, any thought, and it's not a role, but it's a reassurance that I've needed multiple times, because in the beginning of us, I've struggled with insecurity. I'm definitely healing my, self-love, and I'm on this journey, but I have insecure thoughts arise, like, oh, he's gonna find someone better, there has to be someone better, and sometimes I just overthink so much. I'm an overthinker. But with spirituality, you understand that your thoughts are not you, okay? And I have said some crazy thoughts to him, thoughts that I was potentially, like, nervous to say, or they were just, just crazy thoughts. And he is very, very understanding. If I have a thought, in an insecurity, I'll tell him, and he will not judge me for it, because he respects me, and he knows that my thoughts are not who I truly am. We experience these thoughts that arise, and it's something that is a program from the past. So in a relationship, if it's a new relationship, there has to be mutual understanding. I believe that if you've experienced bad relationships in the past, or any insecure feelings, you should always communicate them, and your partner should always be understanding and understand that, yeah, you're having this insecure thought, but it's gonna be okay, and I'm not gonna judge you for these thoughts. Okay, if you respect your partner, you will not judge them for sometimes having insecurities arise. We are human beings. This happens to all of us. No one is perfect. We have thoughts, and they should always be communicated, which will lead me on to other answers and questions. It's already 8 minutes, wow, but that is just something that I really emphasize, knowing that if you get in a healthy relationship, if you have bad relationships from the past, anything that you may be feeling is not because of the person that you're with, but the thoughts that you have could be something from the past arising. So you have to just tell your partner, like, in the past or something, or I'm having this thought, I don't know why, but don't hold on to it, and do not tell him or her, I don't know. And I just want to encourage you to have that value. Okay, so I recommend reading The Power of Now. I'm telling you, this is the key element that has helped me in relationships, or actually in me and my partner's relationship right now. The key element is knowing that I'm not my thoughts, therefore I'm gonna express them. I'm gonna tell him some thoughts I'm having, that I'm insecure that he's gonna meet another girl, and he's gonna laugh, and he's gonna say it's okay, I'm not, give me the reassurance that I need, and we're gonna respect each other on that level, because you're not your thoughts communicated. If it turns into a fight, it shouldn't turn into a fight. If there is mutual respect between you two. I'm gonna continue on. I hope that helped. I just spent so much time on that, because that's a huge part of everything. Number 3, trusting your partner. Let's say if the partner goes out and you are insecure that they're gonna cheat, or that they're gonna meet someone, just know, I wrote this down, trust isn't a natural quality that we have in our primal state. Trust has to be earned. If we were in the caveman days and someone had their hands behind their back, a caveman, you would think that they have a weapon. Naturally, we are, scared, not scared of people, but we might not trust them, or we might be afraid to get our heart broken, which is completely normal. It's normal to overthink as well, but trust has to be earned, and if you have a past program of people betraying you, you might have more overthinking thoughts, and the person that you are with, once again, should understand that. Okay, let's say, for example, that my partner is, having trust issues, and I go out and they're overthinking, and, we talk, and they say, I'm really, like, nervous about you going out. Like, I always overthink. I always get in my head about that you're gonna cheat on me, that you're gonna meet someone. I am going to approach them and I'm gonna be like, listen, I know it, and you know, those are normal, and I respect your thoughts. I love you so much, and I will never ever do that. I will never. And, you know, they might still overthink, but the overthinking part, we have to meditate on that, which leads me into overthinking. So, that's question number 4. Like, what happens if we always overthink? It's a very natural thing, okay? I even do it, and we're dating for 2 years and 4 months. But thoughts are not things. Your thoughts are not real things. Your thoughts are only trying to protect you. Understand that your thoughts are not you. And naturally, we have to heal that. Your partner cannot always do the healing for you. So, they can give you all the reassurance, but there comes one point where we have to start meditating on why we feel this way, and meditating on safety. Understand that we're safe with our partner, safe to express, and safe to trust. If we have a bad past program, like I said, these thoughts are going to rise, but it's the matter of reassurance, communicating the thoughts with your partner, and then also taking the initiative to heal yourself and find ways to cope with the overthinking. Okay, we don't have to try to control our thoughts, but we can meditate on them, we can write about them, release them in whatever way feels comfortable, but always come from a place of, I'm not my thoughts. It's okay if I communicate this, and once you understand that, you will not lash out. Sometimes people lash out from an unconscious programming, so you have to really think, like, why am I feeling this way? And trust also has to be earned. Once again, alright, I hope that helped. I'm really going off on tangents. I don't even know if this is helping. And I'm only on number 5. Okay. How do you make long distance work? So, I'm in a long distance relationship. I live in Pennsylvania. He lives in Utah. And I wrote down, we watch shows together, FaceTime, and communication. We FaceTime every single night. Every single night, okay? And that is, some people might think that's crazy, I don't know, but that's how we work. I need to talk to him every day, okay? We both love it, we both want it. So we FaceTime every single night, we watch shows together, so we're on FaceTime. We play the episode at the same time. We don't always, we watch shows a lot, but we also talk on the FaceTime, talk about our days, talk about our thoughts. We still show up in that manner. So sometimes distance can definitely be hard, okay? And there's moments where I get in these energies where I feel disconnected. And if you do not see someone physically in person, FaceTime is a very different thing. It's so much better in person, and we both always talk about that, and we just plan trips to see each other, so you know when you'll see them next. If you visit and then you leave, just know when and what the next trip will be. That kind of calms me down a little bit. And just, yeah, FaceTiming and always communicating. If you're in a bad mood, sometimes it can be hard to communicate. If you feel disconnected, sometimes you can start overthinking. Once again, completely normal. Sometimes in long distance relationships, it is normal to feel that distance. Okay, you can feel disconnected, but do not hold on to that. That will pass. You know, we start to identify with our thoughts, like thinking, we're disconnected. What does that mean? Are we gonna break up? No. Energies are always changing. You can be in a bad mood one day, good mood the next. Sometimes it may take a couple days, but understand that energies are always changing, and this goes for not long distance as well. not fought. There's a difference. Fighting is, lashing out unconsciously. It could be, I don't know. I think arguing is normal. And arguing could be like, you have a miscommunication and you're trying to communicate it, and you tend to argue a little bit because your body starts reacting to the miscommunication. That happens especially with long distance. It's hard to communicate when you don't see their body language or are there. We don't argue often though. Which brings me into number 6. What does it take? What does it take to have a successful relationship? Communication. Respecting each other. I respect him. He respects me. I have, sometimes these insecurities. He respects it and he's there to help me when I'm in a bad mood. I am an empath. I sometimes take on negative energy, if he's sad, I get sad. But sometimes it takes sacrifice. Like, if your partner is upset about something, don't take on the emotion. When fights happen, it's one person's on fire, the other person takes their fire, they're both on fire, and then they just make it bigger. That's what a fight is, fire against fire. But when someone's energy is low and they're not feeling good, they're feeling insecure, you need to sometimes step up. Love is selfless. Love is a beautiful thing. And so I wrote communication, always communicating, respecting each other, and understanding each other. Trying to really dive deep into, okay, why? Let's try to figure out why they're thinking these things. And sometimes it's compromise. Let's say my love language is words of affirmation, okay? And let's say my boyfriend does not give me that as much as I would like. Let's say that affects me one day, okay? And I say to him, well, my love language is words of affirmation, and sometimes I need that, especially when I'm in these low energies. Like, I just need some encouragement and everything. They should not get triggered by that. And you should not expect them. This is a huge thing, and this is a big one, what I'm about to say. Okay, so Tony Robbins said this, that we place roles in our mind of how the other person should act, what they should do, and if we're expecting them to do something without communicating it, and they don't do it, and then we become in a bad mood and get angry at them, they don't know the roles. They don't know the roles, and it's not because they don't love you. Like, you have to look at it as they're trying their best, okay, and everything is pure intentions. We can't expect people to know our roles of how they should be. Like, if my love language, like I was saying, if my love language is words of affirmation, and he doesn't give me it, I shouldn't say, you know what, I'm so mad at you because you never give me words of affirmation, or you never say good things about me. I'm not gonna lash out right away. He probably maybe wasn't even thinking it, and although sometimes we don't want to say what to do all the time, sometimes it's just nice not for them to just do it as a nice gesture. But this could lead to a lot of fights because the other person is not aware of, what you may be needing at that time. And you shouldn't get mad at them for that. You should communicate it from your heart, and then they should be understanding, and then they should, maybe make more of a little effort if you need more words of affirmation, or if you want something done more. Effort, respect, understanding each other's thoughts, being open to, compromising, okay? Let's see. The next one. Oh, real quick, I just want to say the little things also. So, little surprises, doing the little things together, watching a movie. Don't forget about the little things, okay? That helps a lot. Do you remember how you were in the beginning of a relationship? Or, what the beginning of a relationship is, when the person Jewish mysticism, but they talk about this, like, when you're in the relationship for a long time, you might go on autopilot, you might stop doing those little things, not because you don't love them, but because you think you already have them, and you don't have to earn them again. But that is not necessarily true. You still have to put effort into a relationship. You cannot go on autopilot just because they're yours. You have to give. You have to give. Love is an act of giving and receiving. So, I just got very... Anyway, number 7 is, how do you have a healthy disagreement? So yeah, healthy disagreement, compromise. Okay, let's say if, I want to go to Panda Express and he wants to go to Chick-fil-A, but he really doesn't want Chick-fil-A, and we're not gonna turn this into a disagreement. It's stupid. Most arguments are stupid. Like, if you really look at them, they're really small. But so let's say, okay, we can go to Chick-fil-A and then we can go to Panda Express. Let's say they're far away. How about we go to Chick-fil-A today and tomorrow we go to Panda Express and also go to a movie or something? I don't know. Compromise. Sometimes you have to not be selfish. Like I said, love is a selfless act. Compromise if you have a disagreement, but not only that, a mutual understanding of each other. If you have a disagreement on some belief or some, concept, you have to just try to open your mind to understanding where they're coming from, understanding what they're saying. Okay? We all are unique. We all have differences. So actually, me and my boyfriend, we're like opposites. So, how they say opposites attract. I think that's a very true thing. But we share the same values. So our values are the same. We are both spiritual. We both love personal development and growth. We love focusing on ourselves and our careers. But the way that we handle situations is different. So we have different ways of looking at situations sometimes. He can be very competent. I can be very warm at times. Or he likes change. I don't like change. We have these disagreements. Not disagreements, but differences. And that is fun. You get to know. It actually creates balance. So, you can't always learn if you agree on the same thing all the time. You can't always grow if you are both exactly the same. You need challenge in it as well. Disagreeing should be good. And also, if you disagree on like a huge thing, compromise somehow, make the huge thing mini steps. Number 8, should he make time for you every day, even if he doesn't feel like talking? Personally, I would say yes. It depends on what you mean by time for you. So, for example, if my boyfriend is very upset about a situation that has nothing to do with me, and he really just wants time alone, to balance his energy if he doesn't feel like talking that much, I would like him to just tell me that, that he's in this energy. I don't feel like talking too much. I might just, relax. And I should respect that. Respecting each other's time. But I do think, this is just my belief, okay? Because this could be different for everyone. But me personally, I feel like you should also just like I said, let them know you don't want to talk rather than just ignoring. Because then the other person might overthink, which could be bad. So I think that making time for each other is very important every single day. I do think that. I believe that. It doesn't have to be like crazy amount of time, but just communicating at least. Communicating something. Communicating how their day was. Like, me and Jordan, like I said, we FaceTime every day, even if we're in our low energies. And we just understand each other's low energies, and maybe if we don't feel like talking, we watch a show together. Like, we talk every day, and I think that's very important to, like, nurture the relationship. Do you have to be whole and complete before finding the one? No. So, there is never could just be getting in a relationship to fill a void within you. You can be settling to fill the void within you. So you have to get to know yourself on some level. Know your standards, know what you want. I made a video on my main channel about how to attract your dream relationship. I made like 2 or something. But I talk about just doing the things you love, doing your passion, understanding yourself. And I think that's very important, but you don't have to be fully perfect and healed. You could still have insecurities. You can still have insecurities going into the relationship as long as you communicate with your partner. Hey, I have some of these insecurities and I'm willing to work on them. I just want you to know that sometimes I may get insecure or in a bad mood, and they should be understanding. Communication, respect, understanding, 3 keywords. Attracting love. What energy do you have to be to attract love? There's a quote, do the things that you love, and that's where your soulmate will be. So I met Jordan at a music festival. My heart was open. I love music festivals. So does he. His heart was open, and that's how we connected, from our hearts. If you are working from your heart, doing the things you love, and just embracing and expressing through your heart, you will connect with someone else's heart. If you're in your ego and just think like, oh, I'm gonna go really try to find someone and meet someone and have that needy energy because you maybe want to fill a void, you might connect with the wrong person. So really just focus on loving yourself. That's a big emphasis on this as well. My face needs water. Alright, does physical attraction matter? To some, yes. To some, no. I would say no. Partially. I think physical attraction is kind of like a little hook. But physical, I am like so not about physical anything, because I think physical anything is an illusion. Also, we all have different ideas of what physical attraction looks like, but it's crazy because physical attraction warps from the energy that someone is. If I am insecure inside, but I am confident. No. If I am confident, but I am like ugly, I will be more attractive to people because I feel good. And that energy of feeling good really warps your physical look. Physical attraction only goes so far. Physical attraction maybe hooks the ego and the mind, but it does not hook the heart. The heart is where the feelings are. The heart is where how someone is being, how someone is acting, what they're thinking, feeling. Physical attraction, at the end of the day, is absolutely nothing. Nothing. And if you only focus on physical attraction, I really do not think that relationship will go far. Long, healthy relationships need depth. You need to share values. You need to connect on a deeper level. Okay, next. I am almost done. I'm almost done. I'm getting tired. It's really late. I film late at night, and alright. Number 12. We're going to 19. How to be confident and secure when you're not with them. So when you're not with them in physical person. So yeah, me and my boyfriend long distance. What makes me confident and secure? Well, it shouldn't be them exactly. It should be me and myself. Confidence comes from yourself, but also trust is earned. So, if you're not with them, communication, of course, very important. I think a lot of people say, like, why does my boyfriend need to know where I'm going? He doesn't need to know, like, that I'm going out? Like, I don't think that's true. I think it is respectable to communicate with your partner, like, what's happening. If they're going out, like, hey, I'm going out for, hang out with some people. I think it's really respectable to communicate these things rather than finding out on Snapchat. And like I said, this may not be everyone, but I think respect is just communication. Truly, it all comes down to that. we handle life differently. Yeah, practically. We have these tiny differences. Like, he doesn't like an ice cream that I like, which is fine because it's my ice cream that I like. Like, I like birthday cake ice cream, and he thinks that's just not good. He likes change. I don't like change. It's a balance. We're balancing each other out, but our values are the same. Okay, so, what to do when you fight. And, okay, yeah, I said never leave unresolved. Okay, so like I said, fighting is not good. That's just unconscious. It's not getting anywhere. Calm down. Take breaths together. Okay, really try to think about what is going on in the situation. If you tend to get heated, just take a moment. Take a moment to really try to think what's going on in your mind. And so that you can understand your partner as well. Because when we get really heated, they can be saying something and we won't even hear. Because our emotions are so fired up that anything that is said, it won't resolve, okay? Fighting is not the answer. You're allowed to have arguments, okay? And if you do fight, you're allowed to have them as long, this is a deep belief that I have, as long as it gets resolved. You cannot hold unresolved things in your body. I think that is a pathway down to not good. Because if things go unresolved, you might hold that memory in your body. I think we store energy in our body. If you guys fight one night and you just don't talk about it, don't resolve it, and the next day you might forget about it or move on. But I think that all builds up, and then one day when you guys explode, these things will come up, these things will rise. I think true respect, I made a video on my main channel about this, true respect is when you're having an argument, you stay on that topic and you resolve that topic. When you're in a fight, you do not bring things up from the past, because the past should already be resolved. If you guys share a bed together, one thing I recommend, because when Jordan's here sometimes we may argue, but you never get up and go away to sleep on the couch. There's a plane going by. I don't know if I should just keep. Listen, my camera's about to die, so we might have to speed this up. And the plane, I might have to keep going because my camera's about to die. So, if you're sleeping on the bed together, stay in bed together. I know the energy might feel awkward. I know you might be like silent or keep arguing. Never go down to sleep on a couch. Never do that. Apparently, there's this, study where divorced people, they first started out by sleeping separately. Even if you're in an argument, as long as you are beside each other, your energies and that love is still there, that intimacy is still there. Keep it that. And I never like to go to sleep when something isn't resolved. So I really have to, if I'm in a bad mood, I really have to. It might take a while. And I might be tired the next morning. But we cannot go to sleep unless we resolve something. So you have to really just try to let the emotions pass by and just really try to understand where you're coming from. Relationships take a level of self-awareness as well, of consciousness about yourself and why you may be feeling certain ways, and respecting the other person when they communicate their feelings as well. And so when you feel like the mood's fading away, the emotions are passing, you're communicating, hug it out, connect again. Although the energy might still be weird, if you resolved it and you're still in that energy, that's okay. Just go to sleep, let it pass, but as long as you got to a level of understanding with each other, okay? Oh, that was a big one. I might have to hurry up. If you want another video like this, I will. So, what do you do when you get jealous? Jealous are natural feelings, okay? And the past also might have brought up jealousy if you were in a relationship where it wasn't that stable. You both were insecure, or he did some things, or she, whatever. If they did some things and it made you feel insecure, these jealous of respect, understanding, communication, and reassurance. If you need reassurance, ask for it. And that person, they should respect it. They should respect when you need reassurance. That's a huge thing. And Jordan would say that as well. Like, if you are feeling jealous, just say it. And I know it can be hard, but they should be there to reassure you. Jealousy is okay to a certain level, but we should also work on ourselves to feel confident and secure within ourselves, and once again, communicate. What happens when you need space from relationships? They should respect that. Me and Jordan definitely get space because we're long distance, but I'm also an introvert, he's an introvert, and we say when we move in together, we both need our own rooms because we need our own time together, which is complete. Like, I need a studio, he needs a room of his own, a studio, and it's normal to need space, and they should understand that. Practically this whole video is they should understand. I mean, yeah, understanding. Best way to express without being passive aggressive and holding it in. I know sometimes we overthink in our minds, like, you know, I'm gonna solve this on my own, I'm gonna solve it, but it drags on, right? Those energies drag on, so we just really need to just express it, and express it in a mature way. Try to think before you speak. Don't just speak with your initial emotion. Just really process it in your brain of how you're going to say this in a nice manner, and just say, hey, I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling these emotions, I don't like them, and I just really want to blank. Concerns, unheard, dismissed in relationships. Once again, communication. Alright? And, you know, the person will have flaws. Your partner will have flaws. You will have flaws. It's the matter of working through them together. If you feel you're being unheard, they need to know that. They need to know that. You can't hold that in. You can't let that drag on. And they need to be able to compromise to make you feel heard. Okay, this takes two. This takes work. This takes effort. Respect that everyone's different, experiencing different things. Only talk. Okay, last one, and I actually have to hurry up. I don't know, my camera's gonna die. If you've only been in a toxic relationship, what do you do when you're in a good one? You communicate the program with them that you've had toxic relationships and you just really want to let them know that these feelings might arise, these insecurities, these worries, and communicate, see how they respond, okay? And as you grow together, you will be able to learn more about each other and healing together, as well as healing on your own, understanding that you deserve good, you deserve to raise your standard, you deserve to have the perfect person. Of course not perfect, but you know what I mean. Sometimes our bodies are programmed from the highs and the lows, so when you start to feel like you want a rush of, you know, sometimes people love drama in relationships because they're addicted to highs and lows, which is not good. It's not good because it's a very stressful cortisol relationship, and we have to self-meditate. Not medicate, meditate. Wow, that's a great analogy. I'm so tired. You know, I loved making this video with you. I love talking about this. I really appreciate you watching if you got to the end. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, actually, okay? I will be here to answer them, and if you want to DM me on Instagram or something about a relationship, feel free. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. I know I went off and on and off and on. Most important things: respect, selflessness, communication.